who have gone through this report. Although it's a dated report, they've done their job, and some recommendations that have come out from the committee report is, I suppose, useful gauge for the onward operation of the Fiji Independent Commission Against Corruption. This morning, Mr. Speaker, I've been given some figures from the Honourable Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Finance from inception 2007 up until this year. The Fiji government has supported the operations and the capital expense of Fiji Independent Commission Against Corruption to the tune of $120 million in 17 years. That's how much of public purse has gone to the operation and the capital expenses of the Fiji Independent Commission Against Corruption. And again, it goes towards what people's expectation would be, because they're spending public purse, and so the confidence level that the people and this House obviously will have to give to this organization is going to be dependent on the level of independence that it is able to exude and show to the people of Fiji. We say that, sir, because as has been noted by the Honourable Attorney General, that the level of independence that this government has now shown and given to FICAC to provide the latitude, and we're providing the environment for FICAC to do, especially for the FICAC Deputy Commissioner, to do her job and do her job very well, and not to be placed in a position where she feels that the role that she plays and the work that she does is going to face any form of repercussion if she decides on cases. That's entirely the work that is allocated to her, and we are assured by the Honourable Attorney General this morning that her work is going to be independently operated by her and her alone. We are grateful also to note from the report, Honourable Speaker, that the guidelines that standardizes the organization derived out of the UN Convention on Convention Against Corruption, which is, of course, a key treaty that Fiji has signed up to. The Honourable Mulitava has spoken about the review, and of course we have been peer-reviewed by Samoa in the last cycle, and the next cycle, of course, is going to be due very shortly. Apart from the other observations that have been shown or have been spoken about in this House by the three previous speakers, perhaps I'll pick up on the one that I feel is the most important. And that is when cases are being nullied, when the process of investigation and prosecution gets to a point where the FICAC Deputy Commissioner or the Commissioner, whoever the officer may be, makes the decision that it's no longer worthy to be prosecuted. Now, I say that because I think it's very important that we understand that when cases ultimately gets nullied, behind it is a whole host of expenses being incurred. So there are expenses that are incurred out of public purse, of course, from investigation, from the laying of charges, right throughout the cases and mentions and up until when it's decided to go on trial. And then ultimately we get decisions that say, well, we no longer have witnesses available because they are no longer alive, or that documents have been misplaced or are no longer found. And so those decisions, I'm not talking about decisions, Mr. Speaker, that where there is no evidence at all. I think those cases, quite rightly, should be nullied. But this is where cases exist, and it really have been nullied because of time, delay. And the ones that have been highlighted in this report, unfortunately, involves huge amount of money. Unfortunately, we have lost witnesses, and documents can no longer be spoken to or about. It's important that we also understand that one of the measures, Mr. Speaker, that this government has brought into force recently to ensure that cases don't take too long is we have removed the specialized corruption courts, which was introduced by the previous government. So now what happens is when cases are brought in from FICAC, it's equally shared amongst all of the magistrates and all of the criminal judges. So there is no opportunity where cases just keep getting legged on because magistrates or specialized courts are taking too long to deal with one or two particular cases. So I say that, Mr. Speaker, because I think it's time that when people are funding for these organizations, they also see that cases which are important in public life are brought to trial within a reasonable time. With the reporting, Mr. Speaker, it's encouraging to note that now with the new Deputy Commissioner, or the Acting Deputy Commissioner being appointed to the role, she will see the importance of timely reporting.